So you want to really get what drives the Australian property market.
Yeah, get those key insights, right?
Exactly, without drowning in data.
You want that shortcut.
And that's what we're doing today, really going deep.
Deep dive.
To figure out what makes a property market boom here in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and then point to 5 places that look like, they're ready to take off in the next 5 years.
Based on some really interesting expert analysis.
Yeah, we've got a great analysis of what makes property markets boom, and then a projection of some future hotspots.
Potential boom towns.
Yeah. So where should we start?
Well, I mean, the fascinating thing when you look at, past property booms
Yeah.
is there's this, this confluence of a few key factors.
Right.
And the analysis that we've been looking at, it really highlights 3 traits
Okay.
that consistently show up
Okay.
before you see this, substantial growth
Yeah.
in the market.
Okay, great.
So,
So what's the first one?
well, the first one is strong population growth.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? More
Oops.
people. More people need places to live.
Yeah, more people means, increased demand, which often,
Prices go up.
pushes those prices up.
And the analysis talks about areas that are attracting a lot of new residents because of job opportunities.
Right, or lifestyle.
Or lifestyle, yeah.
Draws.
Right.
So that's one of the key things.
And I guess that also means that the area is doing well economically if people are moving there for jobs.
Exactly. It kind of signals, the health of the local economy, and it usually indicates a pretty desirable quality of life.
Yeah.
Which are both really fundamental, drivers of property values.
Long term as well.
Long term, yeah.
Okay.
So that's a big one.
What about the second one?
The second trait is significant investment in infrastructure.
Oh, that's interesting. So this is like more than just making, life easier day to day. This is actually like building for the future.
Exactly. It's setting the stage for, continued expansion and growth.
So like new highways or new public transport.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
New transport links to make commutes quicker.
Yeah.
Better healthcare facilities to, attract families.
Right.
Development of commercial centers that create those employment hubs you were talking about.
Yeah.
All of that really enhances the appeal and the connectivity of a region.
It makes it more desirable.
Exactly. Which, of course, then feeds into,
Prices.
property values
Yeah, okay.
increasing over time.
That makes sense. Okay, so strong population growth and big investments in infrastructure. What's the third one?
The third one is, it's a bit more straightforward. Low housing supply with high demand.
Okay, so that's like supply and demand. Right?
Basic economics.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly powerful.
When it comes to property.
Yes, especially when it comes to property.
Yep.
So the analysis pointed to cities or suburbs that have very few vacant properties and limited new construction.
Like example.
Classic examples.
Yeah. Okay, so what does that tell us about like what to look for?
Well, it creates this really competitive market
Yeah.
where prices can, escalate pretty quickly.
Right.
So that's always a key indicator
Okay.
to watch for.
All right, so we've got our 3 things to look for. Strong population growth, big investments in infrastructure, and then low housing supply with high demand.
You got it.
Okay, so let's look at the 5 places that are picked out as having a lot of potential.
Yeah, let's get specific.
Yeah. So first up, we're going over to Western Australia to Alkimos,
Alkimos.
which is a coastal suburb north of Perth.
Beautiful part of the country.
Yeah, and this seems to, hit a lot of those criteria that we were talking about.
It really does. I mean, Alkimos has this this interesting combination of relatively affordable prices still
Okay.
and ongoing investment in local infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
and then get that strong lifestyle draw.
Yeah, beaches.
The coast, the beaches. It's a really attractive place to live.
Yeah. Okay.
And the analysis that we saw suggests that there's excellent potential for some pretty significant value growth
Okay.
over the medium to long term. So we're talking like 7 to 10 years.
Okay.
It looks really promising.
Wow. All right. So Alkimos is one to watch.
Definitely keep an eye on it.
We're gonna stay in Western Australia.
Okay.
Still looking at coastal opportunities, I guess, north of Perth.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we're gonna look at Eglinton.
Eglinton.
So what's special about Eglinton?
Well, Eglinton, it's what makes it stand out is its location.
Oh,
It's strategically located relative to some planned future infrastructure projects.
Okay.
And there's a growing demand for, sort of affordable coastal property.
Yeah. Right.
And Eglinton seems to be really well positioned to, to meet that demand. So its position and all of the development that's planned, it really points to strong potential
Okay.
for growth in the coming years.
Great. Okay. So that's 2 in Western Australia, Alkimos and Eglinton.
That's right.
Let's stick with WA for one more.
Right.
Yawnship.
Yawnship, yeah.
A little bit further north of Perth.
It is a bit further north.
And it sounds like this suburb is about to see some big changes.
It does seem that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yawnship's got, they're seeing a lot of investment
Okay.
in key infrastructure,
Yeah.
particularly in transport links.
Okay.
So the long-term vision is for Yawnship to, develop into a much bigger, a metropolitan hub. So
Yeah.
it's got that going for it.
Yeah.
It's right on the coast. It's
Yeah.
got that beautiful coastal setting.
So lifestyle and becoming a major center.
Exactly. So it's, this is another one that's got some really strong potential.
Okay, great. So Yawnship, Alkimos, Eglinton, Yawnship, all in WA. Let's move away from the coast for a second.
Okay.
We're going to go inland to Tamworth in New South Wales.
Tamworth.
A lot of people know Tamworth for the Country Music Festival.
That's right. The country music capital.
But apparently there's more to it than that.
Yeah, it seems that way. The property market in Tamworth is definitely worth a look.
Okay, so why is that?
Well, Tamworth, it's really interesting as a regional city because it's got a diverse local economy.
Okay.
And a lifestyle that seems to be, increasingly attracting people, particularly investors,
Okay.
who are looking beyond those,
The big cities?
the major capitals.
Right.
And, it was actually listed as a surprising place to invest
Oh, wow.
back in 2025,
Oh, really?
which I think, really underscores its emerging potential.
Interesting.
And the key sectors that seem to be contributing to this are, things like agriculture,
Right.
manufacturing,
Okay.
and a growing services industry.
Okay.
So it's not just a one-trick pony.
So there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in Tamworth.
All right, so that's Tamworth. And then finally, we're going to look at Albury-Wodonga,
Oh, yeah, Albury-Wodonga.
which is right on the border between New South Wales and Victoria.
straddling the border.
Yeah, like a twin city, it sounds like.
A twin city, exactly.
Yeah, what's driving growth there?
Well, its location is a huge advantage.
Okay.
It's right on that key transport corridor between Sydney and Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
So you've got that, ease of access to both of those major cities.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a lot of infrastructure upgrades that are happening and planned.
Okay.
And the local economy is, it's steadily expanding.
Okay, so it's got a lot going for it.
It does, yeah. It's definitely recognized as having really solid investment potential.
Okay.
And that's partly because of its, that central location, but also because of the local development initiatives.
Right, they're really pushing it forward.
Yeah, they're really proactive
Okay.
about, driving growth and attracting people to the area.
Okay, great. So let's just recap quickly the signs of a booming market.
Those are key indicators.
Yeah, so we said strong population growth, lots of investment in infrastructure, and low housing supply, but high demand.
You got it.
And then the 5 places to watch, Alkimos, Eglinton, Yawnship.
All in Western Australia.
Yeah, and then Tamworth and Albury-Wodonga.
Exactly.
So there you go. That's 5 places to watch.
That's a great starting point, I think.
Yeah, and I think, for anyone listening,
Yeah.
you've got to think about, how these
Local dynamics.
yeah, and how these potential growth areas fit into like the bigger picture.
Yeah, the wider economic landscape.
Yeah, like what's happening with infrastructure spending at a national level, how are people moving around the country, is the housing supply issue.
Right. Demographics.
Yeah, is that a national issue or is that
Exactly, yeah.
just in these areas?
Yeah, you have to kind of, connect the dots.
Connect the dots.
See how it all fits together.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us today. And lots to think about.
Lots to think about, lots to explore.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.